Well, game 5 underway, the second half of LCQs. Do people change it up or do they keep it going? That XO
They're the ones spamming progress.
80 points, 60 kills.
I don't know what's
cutoff,
going on.
though, is AG right now in
I gave
7th
up.
place.
I gave up trying to understand that.
Points. That means our metric for success
Here we
on
go.
paper is going to be around 96 as we get into the map.
5.
You can see our zone is on the northern side.
We are past the halfway
Stronghold,
point. Now
living
it's
quarters
this is
cut in
when it starts to
half.
get scary
Control
for
center only in
teams.
zone for a moment, but for now, the Gentlemates are
Bad
contested
game
for the
could
first
be going
time
home.
as down in Stronghold, the continuing fight of this inner circle versus XO.
Inner Circle, another team who we
Come on,
didn't
show
really
us
touch on
Thieves,
too
man.
much.
They've been
They
getting
are on the
heavily
bubble.
contested by
As are
Koi
Thieves,
over there. Show us
it's
Thieves
far
off
from
rip.
over for them at this moment in time, with especially the potential they have to bring a decent game into. We've seen, of course, both these two teams, Inner Circle, Thieves, find big games, but it's the inconsistencies that could go on to hurt them. But here we go.
I love the start of games for everyone has their loadout.
Quiet of a fight over towards
My
this
favorite
side.
part of
Things
the
kicking
game
off towards
is, like,
headquarters, control center. Well, I don't need to tell you how things are going there.
Around
But over
circle
towards
3.
headquarters, the same old
Because that's when you
story.
start to see the zone close and people actually have to rotate. And that's when a lot of
really
fights
changed
happen
on our map,
that
hardly
matter.
at all. XO, Inner Circle, been fighting for a very long time.
Unless
On the
you get
north side,
knocked off
the only
rip.
change is really a return
That's
to
not
form.
great.
Fnatic has decided to re-chow Gentlemates up there in bio, which is actually going to give a
Okay,
lot
Thieves,
of room
I'm looking
for
at the
5
kill feed. They
Fears
actually have
and
2 down
them
right now.
to be able to play for that. So we'll pay attention to that while we watch this fight on our screen. That 5 Fears team, potentially a good map at hand if they can capitalize on it.
Looks like Thieves have got themselves a little bit of a purchase over towards control center. So they're going to try and get some things going as we go over towards Stronghold. Both these two teams still struggling to get a hold of each other. There's a lot of action going on across the other side of the map as well. Right now, though, gunfights not quite blessing our screens just yet.
And these two teams are important ones, but Leviathan, a very important team, over 80 points, 2nd place overall, only behind the Gentlemates, and this is one of the reasons for it. They have this factory drop completely to themselves. Twisted Minds has already made it to the finals. Nobody
your
else
loadie,
decided
get
to
looted
contest
up.
them. But to control,
Here we go.
And here
we
take a
go.
quick look at it. Skullface in trouble as 100 Thieves. Movistar Koi
Oh my God.
giving to trade blows. All of a sudden, Blast by himself. Blast does clutch up in the
Okay.
fight and take down one.
Okay.
Should get the trade
That gets
here
scary.
and keep his team alive. There was a moment where there was a chance 100 Thieves would have been wiped
I mean,
there.
honestly, Thieves
All
are
the
kind of
alive
fortunate
players
right
were in
there
that
that
building. That
Koi
was
isn't
scary.
3v3 chowing. There were only 2 players there. Last player's playing out in the water. Make sure they get the respawn. If they 3-chow that, they might have won
Just
that.
to speak on this circle, it seems as if to be cutting off Stronghold, cutting off living quarters. So those teams over towards that side are going to be in a little bit of a sticky situation. But looking at where G-Max have found themselves, they went over towards bio. Gentlemen seem to have been forced away. That won't threaten them too much towards the top side of that leaderboard, but they will have to go for a regain. And now it's Fnatic fighting over it with G-Max.
Fnatic with maybe their first win in bio.
Oh, shit.
The first map of the day in group stages, and unfortunately, G-Max is going to come in and try one out at the very least. But here we go. AC has found an angle, does take down
That
2.
PP, man.
The third, the anchor, not here. Another nice win
Gets
for
a little
Fnatic.
loadie for it.
A glimpse and
Good
a
kills
glimmer
for
of
Fnatic.
hope. They might be able to creep up this leaderboard with a good map.
And you take those kind of gunfights all day, right? You very thankful for the 2 kills that come through. You haven't really lost a great deal. You keep things
Yo,
rolling.
Lynn, thank you for the gift.
Looking over
We
now
got
though,
Jan with
towards
Prime.
5
Thank you,
Fears,
folks.
looking to just try and clear out
Welcome in.
over towards the harbour side of the map, or over towards Chemical Engineer, I should say, and they are doing a fairly good job on 5 Fears this time out. They do need to step
Okay,
up. They do need to see a
VKA
big game
first
from them, but
team
number
out.
one are being
Another
wiped. The first
French
ones we've seen
team.
drop, that will be VKA from this game.
They were actually they were playing pretty well in pools. They got a couple wins.
Around them are also going to have a poor game.
Inner Circle doing what they usually do in LCQs thus far, which is play from Stronghold, swing up into living quarters, and wipe anybody that they can. Unfortunately, they haven't had a great day of doing it. This time,
Is someone confused about the mollies? Yeah, I'm
really
confused
on the
about that
board
too.
at
Why
all.
did they do that
They've
again?
scattered to the wins.
They
This is
killed
the first
themselves
time we
with- it's
could
always
see
a
Inner
molly
Circle have
shot.
a decent map, but unfortunately, Leviathan
But Inner
swings
Circle
up
in
from
some trouble.
Factory and punishes them. As much as I wanted them to have a good map, all of a sudden they are in deep trouble with Bray, the only one alive, as Teeny's going to get found out here.
Yeah, see, Rated just did it.
The problem was they had headquarters team AJAL sat up there, raining hellfire on them, as well as Leviathan finding 2 picks. So now all of a sudden Bray just needs to survive. The time of the redeploy should be coming in. They should be okay. But a tough position to be in. Bray will be okay here. It seems
Something
that
about
everybody
getting your
else
loadout
has
guns
chosen
back.
to ignore him. This fight's now starting to break out over on the other side of the map. Gentlemen have actually had to
kill
make a
themselves
reposition over
and get a
towards Chemical
supply
Engineering,
run for
but over
loadout.
towards the dock we go. G-Max have made their way here from where they were in
Still confused,
bioweapons. They lost that fight against Fnatic, trying their go over up against Movistar Koi.
Northwest side of the map, an interesting place because Imkoi, as a reminder, lost. Out
die and land on the contract? Okay, that makes sense.
Control over that.
So they get the supply run, they kill themselves, and then they basically suicide for the supply run to get their cash out.
To the mid-east, if you will.
That makes sense.
Prison well within this zone, but all those folks on the shore, on the west side of the map, are going to have to move, including this team on your screen right now, trying to hunt down XO. This is a big team ahead of them, able to find a couple kills. Gabe, nice spot, but we got to back up. The gas saving a couple solos from teams getting wiped.
Yeah, and you can see Pango what he's trying to do there, trying to get a cluster out to give them a little bit of cover, and just gives the fattest shoulder I've seen all day. Hamoud, he doesn't know he's in so much trouble.
Why didn't you go with FaZe Adapt to host EWC?
Causes absolute pain. Over towards the XO
Is
Esports guys. This is looking like
Saudi
a decent
right
game
now?
from AG Global. They're finding a decent amount of purchase over towards headquarters. They're finding kills as well. But a big fight about to go down inside a factory. We can see that IOC have made their way over here. Inner Circle are here, but as are the squad of Leviathan.
The Leviathan have been crushing it in factory. But now with several teams regaining there, they're backing up, not thinking that they have a good foothold to control this entire building. You can see Inner Circle is fully regained here. The question is, what resources do they have? The Leviathan are going to have a huge advantage. As Scump is going to get host. He can. There's nobody else around headquarters. There's hardly anybody in that south side of prison. So Scump is going to go get active, go hunt for some kills. I really like this play from AG. They need to play a little bit more high risk.
Yeah, he's in the meat of the sandwich right now between two different teams in IOC and Leviathan. Can he manage to find a great deal?
Wait, who just got wiped? Fnatic, I think, just got wiped. Yeah, Fnatic's out again,
so
dude.
We've already lost the side of Fnatic. They're not really having a great day, but the fight continues over towards this side. 3 different teams getting involved. Blaze getting out. You see that Scump still was alive and kicking. Raided then get themselves involved. We can already see they have one player left over towards the headquarters. The anchor is still there. Raided gets amongst it, finds a kill. Not a bad exchange at all for AJAL or for the side of Leviathan.
I really like that play from AG, and the desk will break it down, but basically we saw that Nate Dogg was free in the tower. He was able to spot everybody around him. So
teams are in prison. Hold up, they're taking a fight too.
Kills, we swing back to 100 feet. They've wrapped all the way from control into
last
prison.
Two top. Do they challenge though?
Prison's wide open usually at the beginning of the map besides Rock. You can see Rock beginning to scatter inside of prison.
Oh yeah, they're challenging that shit. Here they go.
In the mid, they're now playing top prison together. Death ball style.
I mean, great start.
Talking about. It's
great place to be at top
they
prison.
To get rid of a few
Central
players
zone
on the side of EWC Esports who, well, are being held.
Looks like we're getting another chem landing or chem final circle.
100
Sorry.
Thieves now have that top prison control. Everybody else now starting to make their move down towards the bottom side, over towards the dock. And if you're GMax here, you can do with a decent game. You win game number 1. You're right now on the bubble. Can you find some kills here?
Yeah, win game number 1 and basically don't do anything besides that. But that'll drag your average up. Just need a decent game. Unfortunately, Movistar Koi has completely regained playing around Ammo Shack after losing control. We're gonna have to move to zone.
Okay, might have a fight here. This is GMax versus
off angle and hope that
Koi.
frankly Movistar Koi scams a bit. Blank around the right side. They had no clue he was here.
Oh yeah, he's toaster, and there goes GMax.
Down goes GMax.
The team that won the first game of the day eliminated top 12.
Nothing to be said from GMax for the rest of this map. A lot of kills starting to come through though as teams starting to migrate.
Ernie to Vegas?
Power position. Right now, Prison's looking like a good spot.
Yeah, I just saw somebody say it's confirmed. Is it actually confirmed or am I getting one guy? I gotta pick and choose what I read, man.
Very much ongoing. You can see Enkyo in your kill feed finding shots on anxiety. Stukex will find something on a rub. So there's many teams in and around headquarters who are now gonna have to start and make a move. Do you chance it?
It's
go
not
to factory
confirmed.
harbor side, get some, well, less populated buildings underneath your control, or do you keep the high ground? That's the decision they gotta make.
Yeah, it's these two fights. The one on your screen right now for Harbor, and then the north side for Chemical.
Oh shit, okay, that's a nice little two, and they're gonna get the God building. Hold on.
It's about dang
This is great for AG.
Finding Lays, gonna get a power position and call his team over. Look, immediately Raided comes swinging in to help out. They're gonna play together on the front side so they can contest this squad up ahead. 9Z
yeah, let's see where the zone
finally alive going into some of these final fights.
If it pulls towards them, AG, this building,
not even into the multiplier.
It's tough to break.
Starting to get Mixie over towards Prison. Thief still in very much control of this building.
Rumored for them to buy him out? Okay, yeah, we knew that. We knew that. I mean, that'd be crazy.
That bubble as well.
It would be insane.
This is a crucial part of today. A lot of these squads need to get a one-up on the ones that they're right next to, and this movement of the circle you can see in your top left corner, Prison is no longer part of the safe zone. They're going to have to make a move sooner rather than later.
Yeah, this is a really interesting zone. You can see it on your minimap slightly. It basically just covers all of Harbor
about to start
and a little bit
crazy.
of Chemical. So the fight
okay, Leviathan actually gets eliminated.
And the Gentlemates. on the point right now.
But they're in second right now, so they're chilling. Okay, that's where the zone is. Okay, triangle.
Orange team, they're dead center.
So AG's gonna have to rotate.
AG in yellow. At the top is Gentlemates and 5 Fears. Those are the 3 angles. Everybody coming out of prison probably going to chalk each other trying to rotate in.
And Thieves have done the right thing here. It was getting a little bit over contested towards prison. They made their way out, but they may well be fishing a barrel right now. They're below
Everyone has to rotate? Not everyone.
This here we go. Brainco now starting
There's a team over there in Chem. Not sure who it is.
A little bit more here as Blast will fall on down. Gabe's just about live in King.
Oh, here we go. Wait, Thieves.
Well, Brazy the one next on the chopping block. Trying to find the shots, cannot find them.
Thieves
from Thieves surviving. Blast and Gabe just
about
getting themselves out of dodge, but dropped again. Gabe
and the Thieves get eliminated. 10. They get caught on the rotation. Inner circle goes out as well.
Teams coming out of prison are going to get held. They're going to chalk each other, and Rock comes out the
latest
and
baby.
gets actually paid for it. Rock Esports the only team to actually come out of
prison. Okay, so we got 5 Fears and Gentlemates.
So they're going to come join the fight on that AG side. So we go to the north, and here's the fight. 5 Fears up above, Gentlemates down below. Let's see where this zone pulls. This is going to change everything, and it does go to Harbor. Everybody in this chemical building, you got to come out of it.
Yeah, both these two teams have just been trading blows left, right, and center. But a big fight here. Team number 13 is gone.
Team number 3, I'm not sure who that is. I don't know the color. I didn't see the players, but they're in a great spot right now.
Over towards Chemical Engineering.
And they got it pushed out both sides so they can catch rotators.
But we are looking at the kills. Scythe had plenty. Anxiety has 12. 5 Fears making a really big move this game. If they can find themselves a high placement, they're on for some serious,
Goodbye, 60 Hertz. What's their team name again?
They got to rotate, and unfortunately, Rock Esports is there. They trade out 1, and Raid is going huge. That's 2 down.
Hey, Reese with 2. Rock double knock.
1 more alive. It's going to be Nate Dogg on the backside.
1v1, Scummin.
Scummin swinging around the low side, just trying to
get getting shot. He's getting a little help, though.
Vision might have missed him. I'm not sure he knows he's in that shack.
Oh, they're going to get the reds.
They're just going to try to regain, while on the other side, Big Man, Scythe, Anxiety, watch out for this.
Oh, shit. He goes a little too early there. Scummin. AG out. They're not going to get the top 5 multi.
Vale will manage to find the kill. He'll take down Scythe as well. So 9Z Globin, they're going to put themselves in the mix once more. This looks like a good placement. And look at all the kills. Everything coming through. The streaks are in. And plenty of players falling down. Who's going to come out on top?
I mean, that pull, I think it pulled up towards prison.
Squad number 10 is gone. That is Rock dead.
I think everyone has to rotate here.
It's Gromolog from Gentlemates. We have 1 player down towards the lower side, just underneath the 9Z Global team. But we also have 5 Fears who are an absolute heater, still alive and kicking.
Here we go. Big
okay,
man.
Well, there they go. 5 Fears eliminated. Gentlemates.
Wipes 1. 5 Fears, a great map as expected because of Fnatic's chalk on Gentlemates. But the Gentlemates have somehow come out alive.
Don't give him freebies.
Gromolog by himself trying to wipe this 9Z Globin team.
Okay, he has a self.
They had the best position, but our moving zone is actually going to favor.
He's getting ran down. Should get traded here.
Somehow, some way, back inside the top 5.
Goes down. Gentlemates out.
Gets punished for it, and now it's 9Z.
This is 9Z.
Versus
okay, 9Z.
Esports. Who's going to win it?
Wait, XO would have win? XO would have win?
They managed to get a call back in, and it is literally fish in a barrel. Vale trying to survive. He may well slip underneath. Can he manage to just about sneak away?
He gets hit with a needle.
He doesn't have the gunny. He doesn't have the numbers.
XO.
He doesn't have a hope or a prayer. Hamoud may well just have 2 kills. It may well be about to be 3rd unless Vale can manage to do something. Penguin into the trade.
XO getting the win.
Will find a win. They were sitting in 4th place. That could be a big one. I don't think the kills were necessarily
big time win for them.
Well, they will take that.
Get a little 1.6 multi. They were already in 4th.